Good times create weak people create hard times. And people in this country are now so weak apparently that they can't even handle a hot summer day without giving up on life. A spokesman for the Met Office has said that the public should do as little as possible in the coming days. Stay at home, don't go to work, don't go to school, don't travel anywhere. Great call from the Met Office there, shutting the entire country down once again. That's really going to drag us out of the economic quagmire, isn't it? They've issued the UK's first ever red extreme heat warning, which basically means we've all got to have a state-approved official day of sloth. Your kids spent almost an entire year being homeschooled, and now it's impossible to tell which ones are autistic and which ones just haven't had the opportunity to develop social skills. But yeah, let's give them even more unscheduled time off school for the flimsiest of reasons. When did people in this country become so feeble, pathetic and defeatist? When I was at primary school in the 1980s, on a scorching hot day, I'd be sent in with no sun cream, no cap and just a single carton of Umbungo to keep me hydrated for the entire day. In the summer holidays, like most kids, I'd be outside playing all day in the searing heat. The next morning, all the skin was peeling off my nose, my neck, my back. I'd be in horrific pain, dizzy and vomitous, and I'd go back out again and do exactly the same thing, because in the 1980s we didn't cry about the sun, we embraced it, because we realised that in 3 months' time we'd all be freezing our tits off again in a rain-sodden, desolate hellscape, and we were grateful for the brief respite from that misery. But for a couple of decades now, parents have been wrapping their kids in cotton wool, coddling their children to such an extreme degree that we now have a whole generation of young adults who couldn't genuinely tell you what a scraped knee feels like, although they have had nightmares about it that they needed to work through in therapy. Generation Z, brought up by parents who've sheltered them from any sort of pain or discomfort to such a degree that they now need a day off every time the sun comes out, just in case they faint from heat exhaustion whilst they're scrolling through TikTok, hiding in their safe space or making up some new personal pronouns for themselves. Yes, it's hot, douse yourself in deodorant, fill up your water bottle, stay in the shade and crack on with your day. But let's stop shutting down the entire country at the slightest opportunity, shall we? Because in the midst of the most severe cost of living crisis any of us have ever witnessed, we should probably be digging deep and working hard, rather than having a lie down in the garden.